Alright, so I've been waiting for a pretty good bit to do my E3 2020 prediction result thing. You know what? There's no fucking E3. But, you know, there would have been an E3 if it was possible to have one, okay? So all the other little conferences and shit, they make it E3, as far as I'm concerned. And so I think I've dated, the original date of this was the 27th of May. I think I actually put it up in June or whatever. So let's go through and see. And I wrote this, pull this out of my ass at a time. Let's see how close I am, man. Let's see. PS5, $450. Wrong. Fucking wrong. Fucking wrong. It is $499. It's going to match the Xbox. Xbox Series X, $500. Oh, look at that. We got one. We got one. Now I was worried about that because I thought that was going to be $600. But you know what? No fucking Halo, no games. You better put this shit cheap. And then PlayStation's like, you know what? We'll just match it. We'll match it. I'm wondering if, I didn't actually watch the Sony conference or whatever. I'm wondering if Demon Souls is actually a launch day title. Because, I mean, dear God, if it is, the freaking Xbox is melted. They're going to lose. Xbox reveals Fable. Oh, look at that. We are right about that shit, weren't we? Oh, yeah, Brian. It was just a trailer. They ain't even started making the fucking game yet. But that's great. They're looking for a lead game designer. Do you want to be that, Brian? Brian will be the game designer. You'll go and catch the mouses. You can get Battletoads right now. You know what? Battletoads is now out. It was announced and out between, you know, when I put this thing up. But they did not put that in their conference, Brian. And their big reveal conference. You know why? Because they're dumbasses. They're dumbasses. The Battletoads trailer trumps everything in that shitty Xbox conference thing. You know, well, besides, what's his name? Clifford. Craig? Craig's the best part of the conference because they're morons. But that Battletoads trailer was freaking great. The game's well received. And, you know, it's going to be literally the Battletoads and Flight Simulator 2020 is the best things that Microsoft's put out this year. Hey, man, that's not my fault, Brian. If I was a game developer, I would make the games and put it out. But, you know, whatever. Enhancements to backwards compatibility. You know, there is... I'm going to say no to that because I was expecting all kinds of amazing backwards compatibility with PlayStation 5. They're dragging their ass. They're like, oh, well, these games kind of sort of work, and they don't even seem to give a fuck about it. They're dicks. Horizon Zero Dawn 2 is a launch window game. I'm not thinking so. It's possible. No, it's not. No, it's fucking not. There's no way. A launch window, by the way, would be 6 months after release, so that would put it back, if you reckon November, essentially the first quarter or whatever it is, to March 31st. There's no way it's going to hit that. There's no way. You're looking at probably, I would say fall 2021. Next Breath of the Wild 2. Release date December 2020. Oh boy, we are wrong with that. They didn't even show the new Breath of the Wild. They ended up showing in just a recent direct, which I don't even consider part of, you know, an E3 type thing. They showed Hyrule Warriors 2. So we're wrong there. Bayonetta 3, fucking wrong. But the Bayonetta 3 fucking don't exist, Brian. The main reasons to get a Switch for me would be, because I don't have one, would be this and Shin Megami Tensei 5, which is finally coming out, and I think that's, what is that, February, March, somewhere in there? It's coming out next year. There it is. They did show that, so I'm right on that. It was at a direct, but I think that was right around the big, what you would have had at E3. I don't know exactly which one it was, but they showed SMT5 because they had not shown it shit in years since like the initial reveal. I'm like, yo, I gotta get that fucking game. By the way, SMT4 and 4 Apocalypse, the 3DS games, those are like $100 damn games. That's ridiculous, dude. Brian, don't you jump on my desk. Brian jumps on the desk. This is my video, Brandon. Don't you rub on my monitor. Good God. Resident Evil 8, I was right about that. Capcom shows a new IP because it's about time. It's a good time of the year. I mean, when you get a new generation show up and new IP, and I believe they did, but I do not remember off the top of my head what it was. There was a lot on the PlayStation one I do not remember. I think Capcom showed us something. I want to say it was Square that showed that there was like some game that ended up with like a moon type. There was like on the moon or something, or into space. That was not Capcom, but I think Capcom did. I did not remember what it was though. Castlevania Collection 2. We are wrong as fuck. Tomb Raider. Wrong. There's no fucking Tomb Raider. They'll announce Final Fantasy goddamn 16 before damn, 3 or 4 versions of 7 are done. We'll announce that shit because we're dumbasses, but we're not going to announce no Tomb Raider Eclipse. But I forgot where I heard that rumor was. That was what I heard is, what they're working on is Eclipse. Honestly, Shadow of the Tomb Raider was mediocre as fuck, bro. And if you have Crystal Dynamics working on mediocre as fuck Avengers, then this is like, why should I even be hyped? I buy it because I'm a Tomb Raider retard and I buy all Tomb Raider games. Well, new ones anyway. And my last guess was no Switch Pro, so I'm right on that. So I should mark it down. So let me count that. Wrong, right? 1, 2. Technically, that's wrong. I'm saying wrong on that one. Wrong on that one. Wrong on that. Oh, I'm looking bad. Right on that. And so that's 3, 4, 5, 6. We did terrible, Brian. We did god awful. We suck. Well, there's always next year. But probably COVID is not going to be gone away by the time of what was it, June of next year. So we can come and predict and be wrong again. Maybe that should be my next prediction for next year. That COVID just gonna stay here forever. We all gonna have that shit, Brian. Just learn to live with it. We're just zombies. So yeah, I suck.